£70 meters, Newcastle star convinced he's joining Arsenal, reports. White's potential departure would leave Arsenal manager Arteta and sporting director Andrea Berta needing to sign a replacement. Tino Livramento could potentially be that replacement, with transfer journalist Ben Jacobs reporting this week that Arsenal and Manchester City eyeing on the Newcastle United right back. Jacobs said on the United stand, "There are two Premier League clubs for Livramento in particular, in Arsenal and Manchester City, that are prepared to make offers." Man City's interest in Livramento was reported by Team Talk on March 1st, with the transfer news outlet claiming that Newcastle will hold out for £70 million for the 23-year-old England international. Livramento is a right-back by trade, but the 23-year-old is also able to play as a left-back. Hand of Arsenal, an Arsenal-centric account on X, with almost 280,000 followers, is now reporting that the Newcastle star believes that he will make the move to the Emirates Stadium on the summer transfer window. In a long post on X, published at 6:33 p.m. on May 1st, the account has also revealed that Arsenal believe that Timber will sign a new contract and, like Livramento, Ajax and Belgium international attacking player Mikel is also open to a move to the Emirates Stadium. Hand of Arsenal has posted, Arsenal are now confident Jurrien Timber will put pen to paper and sign a long-term extension this summer. Talks have progressed excellently, with his new deal reflecting his status within the squad. In terms of his current health status, groin injuries are very tricky to manage. As far as I know, they have been trying to manage him back into playing condition. I was told he was seeing a specialist, but I need further clarity on that. People around the club are still optimistic he features again this season, but truthfully, I check every day sick waiting to give you the news he's back. Arsenal are tracking Mikel. My understanding of the Belgian would be very open to joining Arsenal should we step up our interest and make a serious play for him. As reported this week, Kai Havertz is pushing to return with Arteta, saying he could make at Letty. Finally, like last summer, multiple targets are being spoken to for each position. One of these players is Livramento, who is convinced he is joining Arsenal. I must stress we have not made any contact with Newcastle, so there is no current indication he is our top target. Every day there is a new link, and it's sick probably just Berta doing basic checks. No need for major breaking every day. I hope this update provides some much needed clarity. Indeed, according to Hand of Arsenal, a famously reliable X account, Livramento is already convinced he will end up at the club. There hasn't been any concrete movement here, but, in Livramento's mind, this deal could well go ahead this summer. Tino Livramento convinced he is joining Arsenal. Hand of Arsenal shared an interesting update on Livramento. The insider claimed that Livramento is convinced his move to Arsenal is set to go ahead, but, as of right now, Arsenal have not contacted Newcastle about any deal. Finally, like last summer, multiple targets are being spoken to for each position. One of these players is Livramento, who is convinced he is joining Arsenal. I must stress we have not made any contact with Newcastle, so there is no current indication he is our top target. That creates an interesting dynamic. On one hand, a player believing a move is likely often points to background conversations or encouragement from intermediaries. On the other, the lack of direct contact with Newcastle suggests Arsenal are still at an early stage in their planning. Arsenal are clearly exploring multiple options across different positions rather than committing to a single target. That approach allows them to assess value, availability, and fit before making a final decision. From a football perspective, the interest makes sense. Arsenal are looking to strengthen at right back, particularly with Ben White's recent dip in form. Livramento offers pace, attacking intent, and Premier League experience, while also meeting homegrown requirements for European competition. Livramento would be a fantastic signing. It must be said. The fullback ticks so many boxes for Arsenal, and he could be an instant hit. However, we've been here before. When players are convinced they're signing for Arsenal, only 4 things to go awry. Just ask Mikel about that. It still remains to be seen whether or not Livramento will become an Arsenal player.